Guys, we're running really late today. You know, Joe, remember, we start taping at 1, not 1:45. Who needs water before we get going?
I do.
I'll take one.
All right, let's see here. Elizabeth, pass that down. There you go. Izzy. Tony.
Hey guys, this reminds me, remember a couple of weeks ago we were talking about the things in our life that has changed dramatically? This is one we should have brought up. Who on earth would have thought we'd ever be spending $2 for bottled water?
That's true.
I hear you. I was just at a hotel and a bottle like this was $3.99.
That's ridiculous. I get mine free from the tap.
Hey, guys, this ice water reminds me. Do you remember last summer? We did the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. But we put our own Granite Ridge flare on it. We got 45 of us, and we got a huge front loader out on one of our job sites.
Here you go. Actually, I got it pulled up on my iPad right here.
Perfect.
Oh,
Wow,
let's
cool.
watch that.
Let's watch it.
Holy cow. That's a lot of water.
We are here with half of our team. We would like to nominate Northeastern.
Elizabeth, you didn't even get wet.
Well, I had to go to a closing. I couldn't be all wet.
Excuses, excuses.
Guys, I gotta come clean about something. We don't normally use that big of a front loader on a residential job site, so I had to get that from a little different location. That actually came from a manure farm.
Oh, no.
If you
It's
watch
clean
the
now.
video closely, you'll see me run out the back right before the water starts pouring out because I knew where that head bucket had been. So
I am so glad we didn't know that when we did that, but here was I would not want to be you in the next couple days when all 50 of us find
truth
out
is
about
known.
this.
I had to get off my chest. So.
You know, in all seriousness, that was a great time. We raised $1,800 for Lou Gehrig's. So that was really an amazing, great event that I think Granite Ridge participated in.
That's exciting. Hey, by the way, welcome to Between the Studs. I'm Lonnie Norris, and this is part of the Granite Ridge team, and this is Tony Ranke, president. And we're glad that you've joined us today. We're talking about custom homes, and we'd love to build a custom home on your lot or one of ours. It's a great time to get out and look for a new home and all the many components that make up custom construction today. Energy efficiencies, trends, decorating, you name it. We'd like to talk to you about a custom home. And I think today on the show, we've got a lot of exciting things to talk about.
We really
what's our
do.
subject?
Again, we're at the House of Innovation over here on Flutter Road, and there's so many things to talk about. I think based on what we just did here, we might switch today. Here's what I thought we'd do. Talking about water. Why don't we discuss all the things we can about water, how it applies to our lives, and even this Next Step house. But before we do that, speaking of philanthropic organizations, Luke, you know a little bit about what we're doing for a place in Haiti, and it's all about clean water. Could you kind of explain a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Two of our construction guys are actually down in Haiti right now. Jeff and Matt, they're down there. They're actually trying to get clean water to some of the remote villages in Haiti. So they've got what's called a bucket system in order to get that clean water to those families.
I'm not familiar with that bucket system, Luke. What's that all about? Can you explain it to me and everybody else?
I can not only explain, I can do one better. I will show you guys.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's
So let's go. Yep.
Cool.
I said that I would show you what they're doing down in Haiti. As
Okay.
I mentioned before, Jeff is leading a team in Haiti as we speak, and they're passing over 500 of these buckets to families out there.
Wow.
So the way this works, you put in the contaminated water into the bucket, it goes through the straw, goes through the filter, and comes out as potable water.
Potable water. What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
Potable comes from the Latin word potabilis, and it simply just means drinkable. So it's safe to consume when it passes through this filter.
Okay.
So guys, I took the liberty and I filled this bucket up from the St. Joe River. So we're gonna run a little test here.
That smells bad. Luke, by the way, with respect to these buckets, how much does a bucket like this cost?
Yeah, to get it down to Haiti, get it to the remote villages, each bucket costs $65. That includes the bucket, the filter, the straw, and the transportation cost. But the nice thing is that it'll last one family up to 1 million gallons of water before they need a replacement filter.
Wow, you know, I read someplace that the average American family uses 320 gallons of water per day.
Yeah, but now only 1% of that is actually used for drinking water. The rest of it is used in your toilets, in your washing machine, your dishwasher, showers, irrigating lawns.
So these are going to last a long, long time.
Yes,
for
a
the
very
families
long
in Haiti.
time,
That's
yep.
wonderful. That's wonderful.
All right, guys, who's going to be the first to try it?
You know, I don't think I will, because I read someplace that almost 900,000 people per year die from water-related diseases. I think I'm passing.
You know what I read too, Lonnie? I'm going to pass on this, but over 750 million people have lack of access to clean water. 750 is a million is a tough number to relate to. That's 2.5 times the population of the United States.
We are blessed, aren't we?
We are. You want to try that?
But I'm not sure we're blessed enough to try this. I've got bottom water.
Yeah.
Izzy, this is yours.
I don't know. I'm still a little bit iffy on that. But you know, there's someone who have always said we'll try anything. It's not Mikey. It's Tony.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, guys, you know what? I forgot to turn the filter.
Oh.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
That's pretty interesting. Well, before we end this segment, Izzy and I have been looking at a few stats here on water and fresh water, and I thought this was really fascinating. Did you guys know on the Earth how much of the Earth is water?
No, sir.
70%.
Wow.
Actually, we technically should probably call it oceans instead of Earth.
Yeah.
But the other real fun stat on that is of that 70%, only 2.5% of that is fresh water, and then of that, 70% of the 2.5 is actually frozen water. I thought that was kind of interesting.
It is.
Well, and I like the fact that too that Indiana is such a great place to live because actually 21% of the Earth's potable water is in our backyard in the Great Lakes. So it's a really great place to live. Lots of fresh water, and I think we're in good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, we better not take it for granted.
True.
And after the break, Elizabeth and Kayla are going to join us. They're going to talk about water management and beautiful ways that water is delivered in kitchens and baths in our homes.
Hey, guys, I'm going to go check on Tony.
Yeah, good.
Good idea.
Granite Ridge Builders has hundreds of floor plans to choose from, all of which you can custom design to accommodate your personal needs. But what if you have your own plan or ideas? That's okay. Our 3 professional on-site draftsmen are ready to take your ideas and turn them into a reality. Just give us a call or shoot us an email. We look forward to meeting with you to custom design your next dream home.
Welcome to the Innovation Home Gallery built by Granite Ridge Builders. We're out here on Flutter Road, and you can visit us every Sunday between 1 and 4. If you've been watching us on In Between the Studs, you've probably seen a lot of amazing things that you really maybe even didn't know existed. We put an awful lot into this house, focusing basically on 3 main elements. 1 being energy efficiency, 2 home automation, 3 being interior design. Come visit us on a Sunday between 1 to 4 or arrange for your own personal tour. When you do, I'll be able to show you how we have no energy bills or no heating and cooling bills at this house. I can show you how we can use our iPad to control the entire home, and I can show you how the HGTV furniture series is out here for display. Between those 3 things, they're very unique elements that you're not going to find anywhere else in the Midwest. So be sure to call today, visit our website, and arrange a chance for you or your group to come out here to visit the home. It's an experience unlike any other available in the Midwest, and I'm happy to show it to you.
We're here in the master bath at the Next Step home, and we're going to talk about fixtures and faucets and how we get our water.
The history is actually kind of interesting. The first way that we brought water from the well into the house was actually through hand pumps. So with that, people were right-handed, so they made the cold water always on the right-hand side, which is how we end up having hot water on the left-hand side, because people were so used to always pumping with the right hand for the cold water. The hot water then became the left-hand side.
Well, nowadays, we have a little bit nicer of a way to get our water into our homes with the fixtures and faucets that we use. There's so many different styles and colors. I think the most popular thing that people are asking me about is stainless and oil rub bronze for the color.
And actually, we're seeing some satin brass come on the market.
We are. Delta has a new color called Champagne Bronze, and it's kind of that brushed brass or brushed gold color that's really popular on the coast. It hasn't quite hit here yet, but it's great for the right application.
A nice thing about the brushed application, it doesn't show things as well, so water spots, fingerprints, it hides those. It's not as shiny and glossy.
That's true, and it also helps with cleaning. There are really cool ways to clean our sinks, aren't there, Izzy?
Well, that's one of the things I came into as well, is just I've always had facial hair, and so it's quite often by the time I'm done using the bathroom in the morning, there's lots of little facial hair somewhere in the sink.
Or toothpaste.
Or toothpaste too. But what I found is that as much as I've liked the touch sinks in the kitchen, now they actually have touch sinks in the bathroom, and even the nozzle will come off that you can use it as a spray, just like you do in the kitchen. So you can clean out the sink much easier with that spray nozzle.
That's handy. Now, our faucets have changed a little bit too. You used to always see a single lever, then we went to a widespread. Kayla, what are some of the differences and what's popular?
I would definitely say a two-handle fixture is by far the most popular. Single handles are great. I love the waterfall looks, especially if you have a vessel sink. So there's so many different ways, and we even have some coming out of the wall with taller sinks as well.
And we're seeing more people focus on things like their faucets because they are a focal point in the bathroom.
It really is. People give a lot more attention to how they get their water because they use it every day.
When it comes to faucets, there is one important component in that faucet that people don't realize. Our faucets have an aerator, and what an aerator does is it combines air and water, and that creates a steady stream so you don't have the splashing all over.
Yeah, I've noticed in my showers and in my sink that the water pressure has not been as good as when I initially, bought my home. I was a little bit concerned about it, but finding out about this, I'm pretty sure it's going to be an easy fix. Just something you can go in there, clean them out, and find your water pressures back to normal.
Right, anybody can unscrew that, clean it, and put it back in.
And since we're in here talking about the fixtures, let's talk about some of the shower heads and popular things that we see there.
One popular thing in the shower is 2 shower heads. Now, one reason is our showers have gotten so big. We've gone from, a 3-foot wide unit to these big walk-in showers, and sometimes people don't know where they want their shower head, so they do 2, or they just want more water flow.
Yeah, and another thing are handhelds. I think it's great for cleaning, and it gives people a little bit more versatility if they don't need to get their hair wet, and they can just take that handheld, and it's a great use.
Great for mobility. Some people have trouble, reaching areas, so that's a great thing to consider when you're doing your shower.
So the H2O Kinetic is actually another great shower head because it actually lets the water out in waves, which creates larger water droplets, which make them feel warmer and actually makes it feel like you're getting more water pressure and more wetness from your shower head.
And one of my new favorite ones is what they call a Temp2O. A Temp2O, you can actually see a digital readout of the temperature that you're getting out of the water, and it'll turn from blue to magenta to red. And that way for kids, especially with kids, you know exactly what the temperature is, and then they can actually see if it's safe to get in or not.
And when it comes to bathroom faucets and shower faucets, safety is a big concern. Our faucets and our water heaters have a built-in anti-scald device, which is great because there are over 500,000 injuries from hot water every year. It's a big concern for children under 5 and adults over 65.
My favorite is actually the Kohler Moxie. With me, I'm a DJ. I love music, and I love to listen to music while I get ready in the morning. So with this one, it's a Bluetooth speaker built right into the shower head. So if you've ever listened to music while you're in the shower, sometimes you can't hear it as much while you're actually in the shower. With this one, the music is actually coming right through the water stream with you. It sounds great. And then when you're done, you take it out, you lay it right on your vanity, and you continue listening to music while you get ready.
It's a great way to start the day.
That's great, and I think I might have one better. Here at the Next Step, we just installed a Delta Odyssey, which is a programmable thermostat for our shower. So you can go in and it has a warm-up mode. It has 4 different settings that you could have. So if I like my water temperature at one setting and my husband likes it at another, we can do that. It also controls the jets, and you can have an after workout shower, a wake-up shower, an evening shower. It's really cool. So come out and see it. We just got it in.
I'm definitely a shower person, but my wife still loves her baths. And although we're not putting as many bathtubs in the master suite as we used to, there are still plenty of people who definitely love their baths.
We're seeing that the clawfoot tub is becoming very popular. A lot of people either want the tub or they just want the look. It's an iconic look. They are available in a porcelain, acrylic, or fiberglass. One thing to consider with the porcelain is they're very heavy. A tub like that could weigh 200 to 500 pounds. They're kind of known as a slipper tub. And you have to take into account once you get the water in there, you're about 900 pounds, and then you get in. So that's something to consider when you're going over a basement or a second floor, is all the weight that will be there. Another thing people are really into with those tubs are the faucets. Like I said, it's an iconic look. Typically it comes up through the floor, and you will want a fair amount of space in your bathroom to display that tub in the proper manner.
That's great. And another one that I know about, some people use bathtubs as therapy or for their health. And there's a tub out there by Jason Company, and it's called a Hydro Silk. And what that does is they pump oxygen into the water, which opens up your skin pores, and it actually revitalizes your skin and is great for therapy and is supposed to be the best tub out there.
They actually call it the Fountain of Youth tub.
Let's invite Luke in here. We've got a really amazing toilet that's $1,200. Something really you have to come take a look at. We're at the Next Step house, where one of the strange things that people have been finding very interesting has been actually the toilets here at the Next Step house.
Yeah, in the master bedroom suite, we have what we call our smart toilet. It's about $1,200. Now, one of the cool things is it's got a built-in LED light that doubles as a target.
Why would you need a target for a toilet?
Your wife will appreciate it, trust me. Okay. So other than the LED light, it's got a 4-way adjustable heated seat. It's got a built-in hot water tank, a built-in deodorizer, and then it's got a bidet mode, and then it's got an adjustable water temperature. That's where the hot water comes in, so you can adjust the temperature of the water that's actually hitting you. Then once you're done with the bidet mode, it actually has a blow dryer. So we wouldn't necessarily need Old Faithful on the wall with the toilet paper, but we realize people may be a little skeptical about the bidet mode, so we still put it on there.
We've also got some unique items in the rest of the toilets as well. They're a little bit more rounded towards the bottom, which makes them look a little bit more sleek, but it also makes them much easier to mop around and to actually clean. And the other thing is this one does have some great water saving modes. Our regular stools do the same thing with their double flush mode.
Right, yeah. You mentioned it earlier in the show that we're in a great area and we have a lot of abundant water. Now, places like California, Nevada, over in the Middle East, that's not the case. And they've actually started wars over getting fresh water to their villages. So probably in the near future, the government's going to be putting some more mandates on us as far as how much water we're able to use in certain parts of our houses. And you mentioned it with our toilets here. We have a dual flush, a lighter flush and a heavier flush. I'm sure you can figure out when it's appropriate to use each. The heavier flush is 1.6 gallons per minute. The lighter flush is 1.1. So you actually save about 20% on your water bill by having that dual flush.
And another way you could save some money is by using an actual urinal. If you use a urinal over a regular stool, it'll actually save you about $40 a year.
Yeah, that's correct. We have a urinal downstairs in the bathroom here at the Next Step house.
That's been very popular.
Yeah, that's been a huge hit with the guys. So they also have a waterless urinal. Again, back to that water conservation that is available.
And that about does it for all the toilets and stools here that have been very intriguing at the Next Step house. Stay around. We've got lots more to show you here today.
Hi, I'm Jake Whitaker with Granite Ridge Builders, and I'm here today to talk to you about a brand new community called Saddle Creek Estates. Saddle Creek Estates is located in Grable, Indiana, and it's in the Leo School District, and the streets are actually in for Section 1 right now, so please come out and see us. Now, there's been a little bit of confusion when people are driving out there. There is an existing house that was originally there, and I'm kind of working out of that right now. I'm out there every Sunday from 1 to 4, or give me a call and I'll meet you out there anytime. Did I mention it was Leo Schools?
Granite Ridge Builders offers this 4-bedroom, 2-story home on a full basement at 5914 Hemingway Run. This home is listed for $269,900. It also offers a 3-car garage, ceramic tile shower, painted cabinets, and a vaulted ceiling in the great room. Visit one of our newest locations located northwest. Parker's Bay Villa offers snow removal and maintenance of your yard and mowing. This home, located at 11186 DuPont Oaks Boulevard, is available for $254,900. This villa home is a 3-car garage and offers a covered porch, fireplace, large eat-in nook, endless pantry, and ceramic tile shower.
Lonnie, Today we're talking about potable water, and our segment is going to be about wells. But before we do that,
That's a deep subject, by the way.
It's very deep. That's good. What we're going to do is, let me have a quiz for you. Tell me how much a normal human being needs potable fresh water to drink per day to exist.
Maybe a cup of water will get you
Actually,
by?
you'd be surprised. 8 cups, just like I've got here. 8-ounce cups is what you need to exist, which is about half a gallon of water per day.
I would need that $1,200 toilet pretty regularly if I drank that much
Probably
water.
would. Well, let's talk a little bit about wells. First of all, let's talk about Granite Ridge. How many wells? You and I both have a pretty good history. We've been doing this for about 40 years. How many wells would you guess we put in?
I think we figured, Tony, between the two of us, we've dug or been involved in over 1,000 wells being installed in our area.
Okay, so we have a little bit of knowledge about this subject. How about history? Where would you say it's been around for centuries? Potable water has always come from wells, not obviously plants.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit of history about wells.
Well, first of all, you can read about the digging of wells in the Bible,
Yeah.
but even before that, you go back to Egyptian days where they literally hand dug those wells in even dry areas.
Okay, but today now we have a lot better equipment and we do a lot of drilling, correct?
Right. They used to dig, now we drill.
And tell me how far you go down when you dig.
Okay. We typically in our area try to drill at least 50 to 60 feet on the shallow side to up to over 300 feet where the aquifer is on the deep side.
What's the shallowest well that you've ever found when you've been digging?
We've found good water at 5 or 6 feet under the ground, which is kind of scary.
Now, can you drink it?
Probably not. It's probably contaminated.
With probably fertilizers
Livestock
and things like
and
that.
things
That
like-
makes
right,
sense.
right,
Okay.
right.
So how big of a well do you drill when you do?
We typically are going to drill a 4-inch
Okay.
or a 5-inch well, and we can put a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch or horsepower pump into that well.
Okay, and cost. Everybody always wants to know cost. What would you say one of those wells might cost?
The size of the well and the depth are the two main factors, and they're going to range from about $3,500 on the low side up to maybe $6,000 or even $7,000 on the high side.
Okay. Well, going back to basics on the well, let me ask you this. When you're digging, what are you looking for? For instance, I know there's stratas in the ground. There's obviously loam, there's clay, and there's all kinds of things. What are you drilling and looking for?
The groundwaters make their way down to aquifers.
Okay.
Aquifers are bodies of water, like lakes or ponds down there. We're trying to drill into one of those. That becomes the water source.
Okay, and then where is the pump? Is the pump in the garage or is the pump near the well somewhere?
If the pump's in the garage, it's probably not working very well. No, we actually take a submersible pump and we're going to set it down that shaft down to the aquifer where
Okay.
it comes from.
And then a lot of questions that we do have is people that are built in the country, they say sometimes they don't have enough pressure. Is there a
Right.
solution for that?
Yes, there's such thing as a constant pressure well pump. Luke had talked about it in one of the earlier segments, but on a well, it's a variable speed pump that actually provides water based on demand. So if you got 2 showers going, you're going to get the water you need.
So I have
really
constant
cool.
pressure. That makes
Right,
sense.
right.
How much would that cost to add on to your, let's say, 4,000-hour well?
Typically, a constant pressure pump is going to add $700 to $1,000 to the cost of the well. Good investment.
This is really good information, but I got one other question to ask you. We've heard rumors about in Indiana, there is something about a witch concerning water.
We might as well come clean and tell our watching public that our father-in-law is a witch.
Now, I'm going to let you tell him that because I'm not going to.
He's actually a witcher, a water witcher.
Okay, now I've heard there's other terms for that.
Yeah, there's like dowsing or divining. It's actually looking for water using a kind of peculiar way of doing it.
Okay, now I heard another term that I thought was kind of funny called doodle bugging. What's that?
Oh, that's actually looking for oil, which pays better. But,
Oh, yeah,
but
I
anyway,
think-
we're talking water.
That
Yeah.
and metals, I think I'd rather do that. All right, why don't you explain what is water witching and does it really work?
I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it does work because I've seen my father-in-law do it. And basically, they take a willow branch or a couple of small gauge wires and they actually hold them in a special way in their hands. And as they walk around very slowly, eventually these things cross. And when they cross, you've got water.
Okay, have we ever used this? Let's be honest. Have we used this in our 100 wells that we put in last year?
Our main well driller will call Richard pretty regularly and say, Richard, I'm in a troubled spot. I need you to come and help me find the water.
So maybe that word divining, because this could be divine intervention maybe? Is that how this
Well, I
works?
believe the good Lord put it down there and he wants us to find it.
Well, somehow it works. All right, show me, see if this really does work. I see
well,
this
you know.
crossing. Are you doing that or is this real?
Oh, no, this is real stuff. And there's something going on right here. I'm
What
telling
is
you
it?
right now. We must have water
Wait,
in
you
the
have
basement.
water?
Oh, Tony, you
Oh,
got
wait.
your water down
No, this
there.
is my water
Oh, yeah.
bottle.
Yeah,
I'm
see, I'm
sorry.
telling you, it
Okay.
works.
So it does work.
It really
This
does.
is great information. And what we do is encourage anybody that if you are interested in building in the country, if you'd like to talk about septics or again wells, you've got a gentleman here that has been doing this a long time, a wealth of information, and we would love to have anybody give us a call. We're more than happy to help
Absolutely.
you find that water and septics. 'Cause. 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 '
Granite Ridge Builders has hundreds of floor plans to choose from, all of which you can custom design to accommodate your personal needs. But what if you have your own plan or ideas? That's okay. Our 3 professional on-site draftsmen are ready to take your ideas and turn them into a reality. Just give us a call or shoot us an email. We look forward to meeting with you to custom design your next dream home.
Hey guys, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that St. Joe River water I drank earlier. I gotta go.
Yeah, literally. Poor guy.
Well, hopefully you all enjoyed the show about water today. Joe, we've had a lot of questions about the Between the Studs past episodes. If somebody would like to see some of our past episodes, how would they do that?
Oh, Tony, there's a couple different ways they can do that. You go to Vimeo.com if you'd like to see this in high definition. Maybe an easier way to see our show would be to go to GraniteRidgeBuilders.com. Or, I tell you what, why don't you just call the office? Feel free to ask any of us questions. The office phone number down below here, 260-490-1417. Or if you call in, ask for Joe, I'll give you a personal tour of our 12,000 square foot facility that features all the products that we talk about on this show.
That's great. It's great. You know, if you think we're all wet, then we've accomplished our goal, because the subject today was water, and we've had a lot of fun. Thanks for joining us. And Luke, what are you playing with?
Well, I thought I was messing with the home automation, and I was trying to get the lights on.
That's the remote for the toilet that Tony's.
I'm here with Granite Ridge Builders doing the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, and we nominate home lumber. Here with Granite Ridge Builders, and we are doing the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, and we nominate Trinity.
This is Tony with Granite Ridge Builders. We are here with half of our team. We would like to nominate Northeastern.